What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph? You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight, okay, making their debut on the channel tonight, we have Two Steps from Hell. Yes, indeed, how about that? Two Steps from Hell making their debut on the channel. Before we go any further, for those of you who are feeling inclined to doing all of the clicks and the likes and the bibbity-boobity bop, do me a favor, before you do all that stuff, please watch the whole video first, okay? Give me a chance to actually earn those clicks and likes. Now, after the video's done, if you still feel like doing all those clicks and likes, then by all means, feel free to click away. This comes as a request from SMB, and this is actually one of SMB's 3 prioritized requests for the month of December for being a gold tier member on the Patreon page. So, here you go, SMB. I hope you enjoy the show, man. SMB wanted to see me react to this. It is Two Steps from Hell with a song entitled Impossible.
That's impossible.
Now, have I heard the song before? No, I have not. To the best of my knowledge, this does not resonate with me in any way, shape, or form. However, there's always a possibility I may have heard the song in passing and I just don't realize it. So it was always, if I start listening to the song and I suddenly go, wait a second, hold it, I've heard this song before, I'll let you know.
That's the truth.
You know me, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. This was posted by Two Steps from Hell. Surprise, surprise. And the video has 5.2 million views. It'll get you there. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. Link to the original video will be down below in the video description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. All right, here we go. Two Steps from Hell, Impossible, live at Wacken. Okay, so we're going back to the Wacken Festival. Always fun. Wow. Okay. 9:14. Yeah. You guys know I am about long songs. If I'm thoroughly entertained, if I'm enjoying what I'm seeing and what I'm hearing, songs well written, well constructed, the musicianship is top quality, it has nothing to worry about. On the flip side, if it's poorly written, poorly executed, if I'm bored, if it doesn't look good, doesn't sound good, I'm going to absolutely tear it to shreds. So we'll see how this one goes, I guess. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
Is that? Little violin player's playing a Viper, that's nice. that was 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. I think. Let me double check that. I didn't quite get it. Wait. It can't be that hard. It's on the dominant. Okay, so they lay off on 1 and they come in on 2, 3, 4, 1 of the dominant of the next measure. That's why it was throwing me off. Okay, I mean, look, that is not hard. Just, rest on 1, accented hit on 2, accented hit on 3, accented hit on 4, and then accented hit on the dominant of 1 of the following measure. It's not hard, but boy, was that effective. It caught my attention because I was, for some reason, I didn't catch the rest of the downbeat of 1. I thought they were coming on the offbeats, and I'm like, that's unusual. Okay, no, I was wrong. They're on the downbeats. They just rested on 1. Very cool. Very, very effective. Rewind a tad. I don't know who she is. She's playing a Viper, which is really nice. So she must be a Mark Wood endorsed artist, which is always nice to see. The cello player. I feel like I've seen her before. With Sabaton, I think. I want to say. I know the last name is Gao, G-A-O, but first name, I think it's Tina. I'm not sure. Is that her, or is this someone else? I mean, am I completely off? Is this someone different, or is that her and I'm just getting the name wrong? I'm not sure, but very nice to see the electric string instruments. Full orchestra behind them. That's interesting. Getting a nice full sound. Whoever arranged the song did a really nice job arranging. The voicings all make sense. The staggered entrances and exits all make sense. Everything sounds good so far. I'm enjoying what I'm hearing. It sounds nice. It sounds really nice. Some places where obviously it's a little fuller than others. Playing with dynamics, always a good thing. Helps keep the song from becoming stagnant. So far so good. I got no issues with anything I'm hearing so far. Let's keep going here. We are still in 4/4. But everybody's playing with that 3 feel, like it's 6/8 or 12/8. Is it raining? God, what a great song to play in the rain. I think I saw rain falling. Yeah, it looks like it's definitely raining. Just bringing it down lower and lower with every single phrase. Right there. Right there. Stage interaction. And I would even call that showmanship. I would, absolutely. So we got showmanship and stage interaction happening right there. And the thing is, again, everybody's like, you're making such a big deal about these things, about stage interaction and, you know, crowd interaction and showmanship. Why do you make such a big deal about that? Because it's a live show. And again, going back to the argument of, do you say that you're going to go see the show, or do you say you're going to go hear the show? Give you an example. Let's take, I just mentioned Sabaton. Let's use Sabaton as an example. Let's say you have tickets. You got tickets. You have an extra ticket, right? And you go up to your friend and you say, hey, I got an extra ticket for the Sabaton show tonight. Do you want to come and see Sabaton with us? Or do you flip around and say, hey, I got a ticket to go see Sabaton tonight. Do you want to go hear the show?
That is absurd.
No, you don't say that. Try saying that. Try saying that and feel it come out of your mouth. Hear it, feel it coming rolling off your tongue. And tell me if that feels comfortable. No, it doesn't. You're not going to go hear the show. You're going to go see the show. Yes, you're going to hear them play the songs, absolutely, but you're there to see them play the show, play the songs in a live setting. So, do I make a big deal about these things? For the sake of a live concert, you better believe I do. And whenever you see these things, you see things like showmanship. You see things like stage interaction. You see things like crowd interaction. You see things like stage energy, stage presence, production. It all adds to the overall product that you see on the stage. And don't let anybody tell you that the whole reason they go to concerts is to sit there and listen. Okay, fine. You know what? To those individuals, I challenge you. I challenge you. The next time you go to a concert, take a blindfold with you and blindfold yourself and listen to the songs and tell me how much fun you have doing that. Try it. I dare you. I double dog dare you. Hell, let's take the Christmas Story approach. I triple dog dare you. Do that. Go to a concert, bring a blindfold, and blindfold yourself. Make sure you can't see a dang thing. And then sit there and listen to the concert. And tell me how much fun you have doing that. I love that. I go to the concert to hear the music. I don't care what happens on the stage. Really? Prove it. Prove it. I dare you. Anyway, I love it. I love seeing this. I love seeing the stage interaction, the showmanship. It looks good. I'm sure the people in the crowd appreciate the effort that's being put out by the performers. Funny thing is that it's not a lot of effort to do something like this. This is super simple. You basically go back to back and you bend over backwards. You arch your back backwards. Simple. It's super easy. Doesn't require a whole lot of energy, a whole lot of stamina. You're literally just standing there and stretching backwards. But it looks good. It looks great. Again, stage interaction. Members of the band on stage interacting with each other, having fun with it. It looks good on the stage. It looks good from a crowd perspective. So that's always going to add to this overall score. So that's great. Great job, ladies. He was jumping on the vocals too. Nice. Auxiliary percussionist guy's handful. I have seen those instruments before. I don't know what they're called. Okay. Normally, not a big fan of musicians sitting on the stage taking a break. I'm usually not a big fan of that. But this is not taking a break. This is showmanship. They're basically putting down their instruments and paying homage to the gentleman over here who's ripping it up on the piano solo. I consider this showmanship. It's not them taking a break. It's not them sitting down, looking tired, looking gassed. No, they're paying homage. They're paying respect to the individual who's playing the solo. This is different. This is not sitting down just for the sake of sitting down. This is not sitting down because they're tired. This is them sitting down for the purpose of continuing to put on a great show. I like that. I like that. I got no problem with this. So anyway, let's back up a little bit. Let's keep going here. It's definitely raining. Drummer even has a visual metronome. Auxiliary percussionist running around. I love it. Clapping, getting the crowd involved. Love seeing that. Or they're going to go back to that straight 4 feel. Or they're going to stay in this 12-8 feel the whole rest of the song. There's my answer. Nice. Very well done. Overall, yeah. Nice job. There's quite a bit to talk about. I'm going to see how much I can compress certain certain things together and kind of lump them into the same conversation. I'm going to do my best to do that so we're not here for seriously another half hour. So let me get my thoughts together. I'll see you in the review and we'll talk about it. Well, there you go, folks. That was Two Steps from Hell with a tune called Impossible. This was a request from SMB, and this was actually one of SMB's 3 prioritized requests for the month of December for being a gold tier member on the Patreon page. So there you go, SMB. Hope you enjoyed the show, man. Okay, I really don't want to keep us here for forever. I don't want this to be a super long review, so I've done my best to lump everything together as much as I could. I think I can get this done in 10 minutes, I think, but don't hold me to that because you never know with me where I'm going to go. So I'm going to try, but no promises.
Yeah, right.
Let's start off with the score first. On a scale of 1 to 10, it was close. It was, I'm not going to lie, folks. I thought about getting it just a little higher, but I don't feel comfortable doing it. So I'm going to give that an 8.9. Yep, 8.9. I feel good about that score. Let me tell you why.
Why?
Okay, first things first, an 8.9. What does that mean? Well, an 8.9 would translate to a great scale rating. So overall, I think this was a great presentation. It would also get 4 to 5 stars and an A letter grade. So there you go, an 8.9, great scale rating, 4 to 5 stars, and an A letter grade. Now, how did I come up with that score? Oh man, so glad you asked. Okay. Let's start off with the song itself, the songwriting, the arranging, okay? Overall, I do believe it is a great song, okay? I think it's a great composition. I think it's a great arrangement for all the voicings they had on the stage. Whoever did the arranging, whoever did the composition, I think they did a fine job, okay? I don't want to take anything away from that. It was a great song. It was a great composition. It was a great arrangement, especially taking a live setting into account. Everything sounded nice. I love the play with the dynamics, the play with the feel, going from that straight 4 for about the first minute and a half to 2 minutes, and then we switched into that 12/8 feel. We had the da 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 da, but make no mistake, we were in 4 the whole time. We just had that triple it, 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 triple it. We had that feeling going for, I would say, about 6 minutes of the entire song. Was in that whole middle section was all in that 12/8 feel. But make no mistake, we were in 4/4. But I love how they utilized that triplet feel for the majority of the song. And then the ending, I was really curious. I was like, I wonder if we're going to go back into the straight 4/4 feel. And then like 10 seconds later, as if my prayers had been answered, they did. They came back and they finished how they started. I like that, okay? Now, is that all that complex? Is that all that impressive? I'm not going to sit here and say it was impressive, but it was well thought out. It was well arranged. It was well organized, and it was well executed. So I will absolutely have no problem saying that overall, the songwriting and arrangement, they did a great job. So I got no complaints over it. The musicianship from everybody on stage, and guys, just for the sake of time, I'm just going to lump everybody into one big lump here. I think everybody did a great job. The percussionist, the drumming, both of the keyboard players, the vocals, the violin player, I don't know who that is, the cello player, I suspect that's Tina Gal. I think it is, but I'm not 100% sure about that, but she looks familiar. The pipe player, the woodwind instrumentalist up at the front playing the variety of different woodwind instruments. I think they all did a great job, okay, overall. I have absolutely no complaint with any of the musicianship that I saw. One of the biggest things for me was the time on this. I'm not gonna lie, folks, when I saw we were at 9 minutes plus, I try to do my best to go into these reactions with an open mind, but I'm not gonna lie to you folks, when I see a song that's over 8 minutes long, I cringe on the inside. I really do, because there have been a number of times on the channel where we've had long songs that just dragged on and on and on, and they feel longer. I know the song says 8.5, it feels like 11. You know what I mean? Now, granted, there have also been times where I see the song that's like, 9 minutes, 10 minutes, and it feels like 7 or 8, okay? Where the time flies. This is one of those. If said 9 minutes plus, it didn't feel like 9 minutes. It felt like about 7.5 to 8. So I'm glad to see the time flew, which means I was having a good time. I was enjoying myself. And one of the biggest reasons for that is what we're going to talk about next, the live show. Now, I know a lot of people make a fuss over making a big deal about this. I'm like, oh, it's about the music. It's not about what happens on the stage. And, you make too much of a big deal about it. Guys, I already made my argument about this, okay? You don't say you're going to go hear the show. You say you're going to go see the show, right? Visuals are important. And anybody who says otherwise, like I said, I challenge those individuals. Next time you go to a concert to see, there it is, see your favorite band, take a blindfold with you, put your blindfold on, and keep it on the entire show. And then let me know how much of a great time you had listening to the live show. Let me know how that turns out for you. I'd love to hear it. So anyway, the live show is important. I don't care what anybody else says. Let's go down the checklist, okay? Stage presence. Yeah, check. Everybody up there looked like a performer. Even the orchestra. And I want to make mention of this because I've been in this position before of playing with orchestras in a rock scenario. I cannot tell you how many times I've done this where I've played with an orchestra, and it's happened a couple times where and the band that we're playing with, the band that is hiring this orchestra, we will tell them, don't wear tuxedos, don't wear suits, look nice, but look like rockers. And I can't tell you how uncomfortable some of those orchestras are. Not certain parts of the orchestra, the low brass section, the percussionists, the low strings, like the contrabasses, they're all for it. But you'd be amazed watching how many violin players and viola players and flutists and clarinetists and French horn players, they're so uncomfortable. And we even bring extra, just in case people don't know what to do. We'll bring like extra wristbands and stuff like that. And we'll just say, here, put this on. And we put the wristband on a violin player, and she'll sit there and go, this is weird. Are you sure this is appropriate? Yes, we're sure this is appropriate. This is what we asked you to wear. So go ahead and wear it for the show. Matter of fact, you can keep it when we're done. They're just so uncomfortable. So it was really good to see the orchestra as a whole in the back, not just looking the part physically, wearing, not traditional orchestra attire. And I didn't see the guys wearing suits, with ties or tuxedos or anything like that. I saw everybody dressed like with open collar black shirts, looking the part. And then a lot of them, not just looking the part, but acting the part, sitting there playing their instruments and I wouldn't say full-blown headbanging, but look, they're getting into it. They're not sitting there straight-laced, better not move. Man, that is so boring. I wish more orchestras would take their cue from these guys, because it'd make watching the orchestra play a lot more fun, I'll tell you that right now. But it was nice to see the orchestra look the part and act the part. So yeah, stage presence across the board, check. Stage energy, check. Everybody up at the front was rocking out. And like I said, the orchestra was even getting into it in the back. So there was definitely energy being created. People constantly up at the front, moving around the stage. Love seeing that. Stage interaction, check. Not just between the two ladies. I mean, I did make a point to point that out because that was the first time I kind of saw it. But there were a number of other times throughout the show where we saw stage interaction. Another big one was when the keyboard player started doing a solo and the two string ladies came over. And the violin player sat down as if enamored, just in a trance over, what the keyboard player was playing. And guys, I know I've complained in the past about musicians sitting down on stage, but I've also said, if there's a reason for it, if there's a purpose behind it, if it's as for the showmanship, the overall stage showmanship for the show, I'm all in favor of it. But if they're just sitting down because they're tired or because they're bored, don't do it. It looks terrible. This didn't look terrible. This looked good because it added to the story being told on the stage from a showmanship standpoint. So I got no issue with her sitting down on the stage. Same thing goes for the cello player. Like I said, I think that's Tina Gal, leaning on the piano, like, again, enamored with what was happening, and I think that looked great. I do. So yeah, I would absolutely count that as stage interaction. Crowd interaction, check. Number of times from a number of individuals, whether it be, waving their bows in the air, trying to get the crowd fired up, or clapping their hands, getting the crowd fired up, pointing to the crowd. It was constantly happening. It didn't just happen one time from one person. Multiple people doing it multiple times throughout the entire course of the song. Loved it. Love seeing that. Interact with the crowd as much as possible. Yes. So yeah, they kept on sharpening that saw. So I'm going to give that a big check. Showmanship, check. Saw a number of instances of great showmanship on the stage. Constantly being entertaining, putting on the best show possible. So yes, that is a big check. Production, not really. The only production I really saw was lighting. And lighting, I didn't really feel like the lighting was cued in with the song. I didn't feel like the lighting was cued in with the performance. I kind of feel like the lighting was just static. It was lights here, lights there. Whether it was pre-programmed or not, it didn't look like it really interacted with what was happening within the show, except for the very end when the strobes started going on. That looked pre-planned. That looked programmed. But then again, that could have been the light guy on the fly hearing what was happening, and he might have just started, triggering the strobe lights manually. It's very possible. So I don't know. I'm not going to give the production a check, but the lighting, I will say they did look good. No, overall, this was very enjoyable. I had a great time watching it. It was a great performance and a great live show to boot. I just did not feel comfortable putting this up into the 9s, but I'm not going to lie to you folks. I did consider it. I did think about it. But at the end of the day, I actually typed in 9.0. And I didn't feel right giving it that score. So I bumped it down to 8.9 and I immediately felt better about it. So 8.9, that is the score we're at, and that's where we're going to stay. So let's wrap everything up here in a nice shiny bow, shall we? We have an 8.9, which is a great scale rating, 4 to 5 stars, and an A letter grade. Take your pick. I don't care, whichever one of those floats your boat. Final word, final score, I have spoken. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hope y'all enjoyed the show. Hope I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, I did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you guys feel like joining the fan base, go ahead and click on that button down there. If you guys want to like the video, go ahead and like the video. If you guys want to ring the bell, go ahead and ring the bell. It honestly doesn't make any difference at all to me, but if you guys feel like doing these things, well then by all means, feel free to do so. Well, that's going to do it for the night, folks. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later, peace.